So hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss about Preface to Shakespeare. And who is the writer of Preface to Shakespeare? Dr. Samuel Johnson. So do you know about him? The previous class I have told you a lot of things about Samuel Johnson.
Yes.
So he is a neoclassical writer, a playwright, critic, and essayist. Critic means he criticizes the writing, the works, literary works of Shakespeare, and lexicographer, biographer, editor, and one of the most distinguished men of letters in English. Neoclassical period, that is the after the classical period, the writer of neoclassical. His time duration is regarding neoclassical period. That's why he is called neoclassical writer. So, are we done?
Yes, sir.
With this? Lexicographer means the dictionary writer or the team. Nobody can write alone. The team, the people, and he is one of the writers.
The person who used to
write dictionary. Thank you. Now, so in short, you just tell me that who is Dr. Johnson and who is Shakespeare? William Shakespeare. Do you know? William Shakespeare, who is Shakespeare? Louder?
He is the greatest playwright
And
novelist,
dramatist,
and also he wrote many sonnets.
Sonnets in English literature. Okay. So we can immerse in English literature without William Shakespeare. Now, the life of Dr. Johnson. Sit down, please. The life of Dr. Johnson. He was born in Lichfield, Staffordshire, in 1709. He belongs to neoclassical age. That is neoclassical period. So, yes, that's why he is a neoclassical writer. One of the outstanding figures of 18th century England, because he was a renowned person. And one of the things that before Dr. Johnson, nobody wrote this type of criticism. There was no literary the type of renowned and famous literary criticism before Dr. Johnson. Well-known critic of English literature, and he produced a dictionary of English language, the first English dictionary after 8 years of labor. So lots of people worked for writing dictionary, and it took almost 8 years to compile the dictionary. That is the first dictionary of English language. And he is the contributor, the prominent contributor of writing English dictionary. Clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing? You should write, I think. Where is your copy? So this is Dr. Johnson. Clear? Today we will read the preface to Shakespeare. Dr. Johnson studied the sonnets, drama, the tragedy, comedies of Shakespeare, and after that he commented on Shakespeare's works, the positive sides and negative sides of Shakespeare's writings. We talked about Shakespeare's characters, talked about the representation of human nature in Shakespeare's plays. Now, the life of William Shakespeare, the prominent person, one of the most renowned figures in English literature. Shakespeare born on 26th of April, 1564, at Stratford-upon-Avon, England, Warwickshire, England, and this April. So many of the literary person from English, they say that April is coming. We cannot let it go without celebrating. So April is a very important month for the English literary persons or in the world of English literature. In the world of English literature, April is a very important month at the time. He died on 23rd of April. So Shakespeare was born in April and died in April also. 1660. He is called Bard of Avon. Bird. B-A-R-D. B-A-R-D. Bird means the poet. Poet of Avon. And this B-I-R-D. This bird is? Yes. This bird is an animal. It means who can fly. Yes. Yes. In the same month. In April, he was born and he died also. Okay. The greatest writer in English literature. So you the people who are studying English language and literature, you must know about Shakespeare. Without knowing Shakespeare, your study cannot be fulfilled. And regarding preface to Shakespeare, you have to go through some of his plays, his dramas, and sonnets also. Playwright, poet, and actor. He wrote the blockbuster plays of his day, such as Hamlet, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, King Lear, Othello. These are the most prominent, most famous, lots of plays, dramas he wrote. These are the blockbuster. Blockbuster means famous, yes, famous and well known. So these are the famous dramas, tragedies. And I think you have already known about some of the characters of Shakespeare, Hamlet, Macbeth. These are the tragic characters. They are the tragic heroes of Shakespeare's writings. This is the life of. These are the very prominent points. The points you have to remember. Next, come. So what did the Dr. Samuel Johnson told about this? What did the Dr. Samuel Johnson knew the last one? Can you tell me about Johnson? What you have learned about Johnson? Can you tell me? Who is Dr. Johnson? We have already talked about this. Samuel Johnson. You have written in your copies. So, tell me. You stand up. Yes. You stand up. Okay, pause. Okay, so now look at the board. There are some points we have to remember. Shakespeare's characters. Shakespeare's characters are realistic and genuine representation of human nature. So, what do you understand by human nature? Human nature is full of love and friendship, jealousy, envy, ambition. What happened in the Macbeth? He was ambitious. So, all these human traits are very much universal in human nature. And in Shakespeare's characters, we see all the representations and reflections of human nature very effective. So, these characters are the representation of human nature. When you will be asked to answer that Shakespeare's characters are the representations of human nature, the reflection of human nature. Give reasons. Or do you agree? Do you agree or disagree? Give reasons for your answer. If you agree, you will give examples from his tragedies, from his plays. You can cite the examples of Hamlet, Macbeth, King Lear. So you have to go through these dramas, these tragedies. For writing a broad question, you have to go through all the relevant tragedies of Shakespeare. And now, in his plays, the combination of tragedy and comedy is realistic since life itself is full of happiness and sorrow, good and evil, and tears and smiles. So, life is full of happiness and sorrow. You see that in our life, sometimes we become very much happy, sometimes we become sad. So this is very much natural for each and every human being. And in Shakespeare's dramas, we find this type of combination of good and bad, good and evil, tears and smiles, and happiness and sorrow. All these positive and negative traits of human nature. Now, he did not write to teach moral virtue. This is Johnson's comment on Shakespeare's writings. Sometimes it seems that he sacrifices virtue for praise. That means sometimes you see when you go through the comedies like 12 Nights, 10 Nights, you see that he just wanted to give the people praise only. There is no moral lesson, there is no moral virtue. So that's why Johnson commented on these human traits about Shakespeare's writings. In his comedies, the dialogues are gross and immoral. Sometimes you see that to make the dialogues become very much laughter and humor, he adds some humors also. And so that people can laugh, people can enjoy. Sometimes we can see that Shakespeare wrote only to give praise and joy and laughter for the people, so that people can enjoy his drama. That's why Johnson commented that in his writings there is no moral virtue. This is the comment of Johnson. And you can be a critic, you can also comment on Johnson's comments also. It's your own comment or opinion or viewpoint. You can say that Johnson's comments is not right. You can also criticize Johnson. You are a critic also. Being a student of literature, you should analyze, you should interpret, you have to evaluate the comments. You can evaluate, you can express your own opinions and viewpoints, no problem. We should not be biased. We should not be biased. We don't think that what Johnson said is all correct. You can say your own opinions. Now, next, Shakespeare is better comedian than tragedian. Though Shakespeare's tragedies are very much famous than the comedies. But Johnson says that Shakespeare's comedies are very much very much better because Shakespeare wrote the comedies spontaneously and naturally. His tragedies are struggling, but the comedy flows more naturally. Johnson argues that his comedies are lots of conflicts, lots of struggles, and the comedy are very much spontaneous, very much naturally, comes from within. He naturally wrote all the comedies. Maybe this is Johnson's comment. You can think if you go through templates, you will see that how Shakespeare portrayed the characters. You can comment on that. And another thing is that in his plays, the conventions, ideas, and manners of one age or country are used randomly for another age or country. The conventions, that means the traditions, ideas, and manners of one age. One age, that means one period. One period, that means one time. That means the time of Shakespeare, the time of King Duncan. Okay? The used randomly for another age or country. That is called universal. What do you understand by universal? Something happens all time, all over the world. In any age or any time, it's applicable for all over the world. That is called universal. So Shakespeare's writings are universal. Clear to you? Now, some faults and defects of Shakespeare. According to Dr. Johnson, these are the faults or defects. No moral lesson I've already discussed it that in Shakespeare's literary works, no moral lesson in his dramas. His tragedies are forced. That means he told that his comedies, he wrote the comedies very naturally and spontaneously, but his tragedies seem to be, it was written by force. Maybe Johnson is correct. He commented that the comedies are better. Comedies are better to read, and he said he thought that Shakespeare's tragedies are very much sparkling and forcefully written, and his jokes are gross. When the clowns are making jokes to make people laugh, the language they use is gross and immoral. And sometimes he used pompous kind of language that does not look natural. And plots are loosely formed. That means, what do you understand by plot? Plot means the sequence of events in a drama. Plot is the sequence of events in a play or drama, or in a story. There is a plot. That means a sequence of events. These events happen after these, one by one. So sometimes it seems that the plots are loosely formed. That means the sequence of the events is not properly connected, is improper. That's why Johnson commented that the sequence of events are not maintained properly. Loosely formed, that means the sequence of events, the plots are not maintained properly. Okay? Now these are the faults and defects of Shakespeare, and you have to remember the important points on this. And before we will have a quiz on preface to Shakespeare and preface to lyrical ballads. So be ready for the quiz. I will provide you all the materials on ERP and the group also, and have your preparation. There will be oral quiz also, so be careful, be attentive in the class. Thank you.
Ma'am,